I'm Sharon Eggins and I'm here with Evonne today. We are talking about Evonne's experiences actually, about staying in the process, in the simplicity of joy. So tell us about that, Evonne.
Well, it's been really interesting. Yes, what I'm experiencing is I was really wanting to be able to stay in the feeling of joy. I felt that I was a little bit on a roller coaster, sometimes feeling really good and connective and everything was going well. But then the next day I could be slumped, and the higher the joys got, the worse the lows got, and I really felt roller coaster.
So those emotionals going up and down.
Emotions going
losing
up and
the joy,
down.
coming back to the joy.
Yes, yes, and really not being able to maintain it. So one morning I was sitting there and I'm thinking, why can I not maintain the joy? What is the reason for this? What am I doing that's it's just not working? Why? And the phone rang, and at the end was a local lady, and she said to me, "Oh, the school cleaning job's come up. We're really desperate. Do you want this?"
Yep.
My own inner self went, "No, I don't want. Why get up at 5 in the morning in the middle of winter and go cleaning? I hate cleaning. Why would I want to do that?"
So it's the opposite to the joy.
Yeah, it was the opposite. As far opposite as you could get. I was thinking, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But in me, it seemed to say, no, this is your challenge. So before I'd even really thought it through, I said yes. And then what happened was when I started to do the job, I actually got this mantra playing through my head that was saying, I reach for joy and I receive it now. I reach for joy and I receive it now.
Beautiful,
so every day
affirmation.
for 2 hours, I would sing that. So I would get up really early, sneak off to work, and before the children were out of bed, I would have had 2 hours of I reach for joy and I receive it now.
Yep.
And then what actually happened was you can't actually sing that for 2 hours and not be absolutely buzzing by the end of it. It's not possible.
Yeah.
So by the time I got home, the children fell out of bed. I was really like, yay, joy, it's all great, wonderful day. And after a week or so of that, what was happening was when the children actually went off to school, and my partner, they would be really like, yay, and then they were coming back with really positive stories. So I was starting to go, oh, this is really good, this is working.
So you're starting the day with the joy, and you're transferring it to the children and your partner, and they were feeling it. Yeah.
But then what I found was I was still getting the higher joy, but I was still getting the lows. I'm thinking, I'm still not holding this, there's something missing.
Yeah.
So what happened then was I just had a realisation that your emotional self is your guide. If you're completely connected to higher self, then you're in joy, and when you're off track, you're not. So your emotions will guide you.
So it's an emotional guidance system.
It's an emotional guidance system was one aspect, but the other aspect was that when my emotions went down and I was feeling really low, I could recognise the thoughts and what was it, and it was really clear to me why I was feeling down, which I hadn't had before.
Well,
I was just really lost in the emotions.
So it's a bit of an
but it only came through this process, you see, of holding the vision and just keep projecting at the joy. So, so the next stage was that it became really clear what wasn't working in my life. And then through that process, I would journal it, and I would actually go through a process of just letting go. And I know I've heard that before, but I'd never really personally experienced it, so I don't think I had a real understanding of that. But it's really quite simple, because all you need to do is just hold the vision of the joy. So if at the moment, you're in a moment and it's a really unhappy moment. So for example, an unhappy moment for me is I'm stood in the kitchen and all the kids screaming and everybody's wanting things at the same time, and I get a bit frazzled and I'm going, oh, this isn't joyful. But in that moment then, I couldn't hold the joy. But because I held the visions in that moment, I would then go off into another thing of, if I was on a beach somewhere, sunbathing and having this lovely time. So I would go off into a dream world.
Take your mind somewhere else.
Yeah, I would just take my mind completely away from what was happening, because you can still carry on doing what you do but not have your mind there.
Yeah, very true.
So I would take my mind somewhere to a happy place.
Yep.
And then through that, my frequency, my vibration maintained the joy, even though at that moment I wasn't experiencing the joy. Because the idea is to try and stay on the frequency of joy as much as possible. And if you come out of it, don't beat yourself up, because it's just a process of letting go of the stuff that's not serving you anymore. Once you've let go of stuff, more joy comes in, and then more stuff comes up that doesn't serve you, you let go of it, and it's just this process of clearing yourself and letting go.
So knowing that it's a process.
Recognise it as a process, because then you don't get too caught in the emotion of it.
Okay, so with this process that you're talking about, so do you eventually come to, how are you feeling now? Are you maintaining that joy?
I would say I'd probably say about 97%.
Fantastic.
Yes, I'm very close, and I feel, but what has come from it, I feel that I know me. I feel very me for the first time in my life, where before You know, I saw a lot of labels. Was I going to be a herbal doctor or a this or a that or a this? Which was
Okay,
everybody's
yeah.
expectations. I
So
think.
the shedding of the finding out through the core, the authentic self.
Yes.
Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah, well, it just brought me back to me in that things aren't stressing me. But then don't even stay there too long, just keep pitching for joy. Just
Beautiful.
go back to that and you'll get there eventually. It works. It really works.
That's fantastic. Well, you've experienced it, and knowing that process, you know, and sharing that with others, that knowing it's a process and you will get there, and trusting it. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's beautiful.
Thank you for inviting us.
Staying in the joy, that's what we all want. Search for happiness. Thank you.